Yes, good morning children. 11 Commerce Accounts, Chapter 5. In your books, new book, it will be I think Chapter 6 for the subsidiary books. Chapter 5 is accounting equation. So it will be Chapter 6. Okay, Chapter 5 we are not doing now. So it is Chapter 6 for subsidiary books. Now in this chapter we are going to study subsidiary books, means these books are the subdivision. Chapter 6 children, they are the subdivision for the journal. Now we have studied in the previous chapter journal. Journal is the main fundamental books of accounts in which all the journal entries are recorded in date-wise order. They are recorded in date-wise order, debit amount, credit amount, month-wise, so that you can know which were the transaction taken place on particular date, whether it was purchase or whether it was credit purchase or cash purchase, sales or salary paid or advertisement paid. All the transactions are written in one book which is known as fundamental book of accounts, basic book of accounts, in which all the business transactions are recorded. Now children, journal is one book. In one book we record all the transactions of purchase, of sales, of credit purchase, cash purchase, sales, machine purchased, furniture purchased, paid salary, paid life insurance, paid fire insurance premium, electric bill, there are number of transactions in that particular month. So if you want the particular information, you have to search for the entry, and then you will get the information that on particular date we have made the payment of fire insurance rupees 500. The other thing is that only one book we have to record all the transaction. So one book will be recorded by one person at a time. Only one accountant will record all the entries. So children, his work burden will increase. His work burden will increase, and because of more work burden, there are chances of making mistake. Because he is overburdened with work, there will be many times many errors. Maybe the errors will be, instead of 5,000 you are writing 500, or instead of 4,050 you are writing 4,500. So there are chances of making mistake because of overburdened work, and so there are many errors can be in journal entry because it is recorded by one person, and so we will not get quick information. The work burden will be too much. The book also will be very large. So because of all those limitations, because of all these limitations, what they had seen, because of all these limitations, we have thought of subdividing the journal book. And the journal is divided into small different books in which only particular transactions will be recorded in particular book, and one person will record only that type of transaction. So his work burden will decrease. He will have less work burden, so he will have less errors, and he is not much burdened And also it will save time, children. It is easy for checking, because one book can be checked easily because there are few numbers of transactions. We can get quick information. So what were the limitations of journal entry can be overcome if the journal is divided into subsidiary books. So children, subsidiary books are the subdivision of journal. The journal here is divided. The journal is divided into different parts. That is, one will be purchase book, one will be purchase return, then sales return, then all, there are so many other books, but we have only 4 to study. Bills recording, we have one book here. Then for cash transaction we have the other book. For purchase of assets we have the other book. So there are many other books. Okay. So in short, I want to explain you is that the journal is subdivided or divided into different books, and different books are known as subsidiary books. Okay, just see the meaning. Meaning, subsidiary books are also known as day book. Subsidiary books are subdivision of journal. A separate book is kept to record transactions. For example, all credit purchase of goods, I have underlined, credit purchase of goods are recorded in purchase book. All credit sales in sales book. Purchase return in purchase return book. Sales return in sales return book, and many other books. So all transactions are similar transactions are recorded in one book by one person. Okay, so you know, suppose if I have to write full book, it is so headache, and every day to write you will find boring also. But if there are only 3 or 4 transactions in a day, then you will write easily, you will write correctly, you will write neatly, and you will give me quick information that miss, today we have purchased 50,000 rupees goods. Quick transactions, quick information, less time is wasted, less burden, and because of all these advantage, we have thought of drawing subsidiary books. So children, advantage and importance, division of work, different people have different books and different type of transaction to record. You can write in your own words if you have followed the introduction. Division of labor, yes, because of division of labor, quick information can be available, less errors, less work burden, less time. Within less time you can write the books. Also audit becomes easy. Audit means when we have at the end of the year, there are some people appointed who will come and check our accounts. They are known as auditors. Okay. So these are all the advantages of subsidiary books. You can write in your own words. And I have explained you what are subsidiary books. It is subdivision of journal. Now children, the most important part of this chapter, the chapter is very easy, children. The chapter subsidiary book is very easy chapter. But you have to remember these rules which I have written for you. Your first rule is that when you have to write subsidiary books, you have to consider, see I have written, only credit goods transactions. Only credit goods transaction means what, children? Only goods, not purchase machine, nahi, purchase furniture, no, but purchase goods on credit, yes. So all these subsidiary books are credit books because only credit goods transactions are recorded. Okay, so first thing which you have to keep in mind, if you know all these rules, full chapter you will able to work out. There is not much working here. So children, only credit goods transactions, only credit goods transactions are recorded in subsidiary books. So credit goods transaction are recorded means cash discount will not be given. Why? Because cash discount is given on cash paid or cash received. But here you are recording only credit goods transaction. So cash discount is not to be given, as cash transactions are not recorded. Trade discount is to be given, because children, trade discount we give in all transaction. In rough we find out the amount after deducting the percentage of discount. We don't record trade discount in the books of accounts. Only we deduct the amount and write. Chalo. Assets transactions are not recorded. Purchase machinery? No. Purchase furniture? No. Purchase computer? No. Only purchase credit goods. Purchase goods on cash? वो भी no. Purchase goods on cash? That also no. Okay, only credit goods. Okay, then if the transaction is half cash and half credit, as we have seen, children, purchase goods of 5,000 and paid half the amount by check. Paid half the amount by check, what it means, what we have to assume, that the other half is credit. The other half is credit. Name will be given, Ram or Rahim, whatever the name is given. So half transaction 2,500 will be credit with the name of Ram's account, and the other half will be cash account. That type of transaction we have worked out. So if the transaction is half cash and half credit, in subsidiary books we have to take full credit transaction. We have to take full credit, that is purchase goods of 5,000 from Ram. Purchase goods of 5,000 from Ram. Paid half the amount cash, that we don't have to consider. Means you have to take full credit transaction, that is of 5,000 and Ram. Okay, so if you know all these rules, that only credit goods are recorded, cash discount not to give, assets not to enter, and if half cash, half credit, then we have to consider as full credit. Yes, so if you consider all these rules, the chapter is your chapter. You will be able to work out. You have to learn these rules. Okay, now see children, types of goods, subsidiary books. Purchase book, purchase return, sales return. There are many other books also, which are bills book. Okay, bills book is kept separate. Bills receivable, bills payable, but all that we are not doing, so I have not given you. Bills payable. Then we have cash book also, children. Cash book we are doing in the next chapter. Cash book. We have cash book also. We have journal proper also. This is also a subsidiary book which we are doing in the next chapter. So this all are subsidiary books. But in this chapter we are going to learn only this. Okay, in the next chapter we will learn cash book, and in the still further chapter we will learn journal proper. And bills, in this only we will get one or two transaction of bills. Now after knowing the types of goods, subsidiary books, and we have to do purchase book first, which we are going to work out now. Now purchase return, sales return, all books are same, but purchase, types of purchase book, please see. Simple purchase book. I have drawn the format or specimen for simple purchase book. Specimen and exercise question 4, children. Exercise question 4. Okay, so purchase of Sri Suresh. Date. You have to write here the different date when the transaction took place. Here name of the supplier. Name of the supplier means what? From whom you have purchased goods. Name of the supplier means what? From whom you have to or you have purchased goods. So you have to write the name of the person. Why you have to write the name of the person? Because you have to pay money to the person from whom you have purchased on credit. जिसके पास से goods लिए हैं उसको पैसा देना है, तो उसका नाम हम लोग लिख के रखेंगे. So when we want to make the payment, we will come to know whom I have to pay and how much amount I have to pay. So this is name of the supplier. Purchase means creditors. Suppliers are who? Creditors, children. They are known as, I'll write for you, not needed now, but for your information I will write. They are our creditors. Because from we have purchase. The sales will go with debtors. Okay, inward invoice number. So when we will purchase goods, we will get one bill of this much date, you have to pay this much amount. And the number will be there. So I will write the invoice number. Inward invoice number. Inward means goods comes in. In purchase, goods are coming in. So I will get inward invoice number. And in sales, goods are going out. So I will write outward. Outward invoice number, bill number. Okay, so here I will write the bill number. Your LF, ledger folio number. This I will teach you in the next chapter. This is LF. If it is given ledger folio number, mostly they don't give. So we will put dash and here amount after trade discount. So this is simple purchase book in which you have to write the date, the name of the supplier, inward invoice number, LF and amount. Only one column you have. Only one type of goods you have. So for that reason it is known as simple purchase. Now the next one is columnar purchase book. In next, children please look, next one is column purchase book. In column purchase book, you have two types of goods. You have two types. That is, suppose you have purchased bat, ball, net. They are different types of goods. Here you have purchased TV, washing machine, computer. You have purchased different types of goods. The people, those who are working in this washing machine and TV, for them the TV and machine is goods. For them it is goods because they are dealing in that particular goods. So children, we will draw, here we have drawn only one amount column. If it is different types of goods, we will draw your column. One for bat, ball and total amount after trade discount. Okay? And if it is goods expense column, then I will draw the goods column, that is after trade discount one price column, and then I will draw expense. Expense means what? Carriage, railway freight, labor, all different columns will be given. So I will draw different columns. Otherwise, date, name of the supplier, inward invoice number, LF. Either the same hai. Up till here it is same. Only the difference in simple column we will have only one column. In goods column we will have different types of goods column and one last column of total amount. We will add all the amount. And in expense column we will have all the different types of expenses which you will make in order to purchase goods. When you will purchase goods, children, we have to pay for carriage, we have to pay for railway freight, we have to pay for transport, we have to pay tax, that is margin lago tax, we have to pay octroi, all different type of expenses. They will give you in the question. According to that, we will make different expense column. And if it's goods question, we will make goods column. And if there is no column, simple purchase book, only one column of amount. Okay, so with this, I finished my introduction. Rules are very important. You will write and learn. Okay, so see question number, Suresh, question number 4. First one, see. Purchased goods of 10,000 from Deepak on 1 month credit, October 2018. October 2018. First ones. Here we have to write only the name. Purchase goods from Deepak. It is credit transaction? Yes. It is goods transaction? Yes. So no problem. We will write Deepak's account. First date, 1st October. Deepak. Only name you have to write of the creditor. Deepak account. Or invoice number is given? No. LF number? No. Only 10,000. Yes. How much goods you have purchased? 10,000. Okay. Next, see, purchase goods from Sardar store, 10% TD, invoice number. Okay, very simple. Come on, tell me from whom you have purchased. The name Sardar store. We will write in short Sardar's account. Okay, Sardar's account. Then how much? 20,000, 10% TD. 20,000, 10% trade discount. Means what? 20,000 minus 10 less 2,000. So how much? 18,000. So here you will write 18,000, one below the other. And what is your bill? Invoice number 116. Yes, LF. Okay children, very easy children. Only you have to write the name of the supplier or from whom I have purchased. Then purchase goods from Pankaj on cash. Purchase goods from Pankaj on cash. This we will enter? No. It is goods transaction. But it is cash transaction. So we will not enter. So this entry we will not enter. See children. On 7th, no entry. No entry. Why? Because it is cash transaction. Because it is cash transaction. Place an order? No. 15th one? No. Non-economic transaction. Non-economic transaction. Then purchase furniture? No. Why no? Because it is asset purchase. Purchase of assets. Purchase of assets. So no. No. I'll write no. Yes. No. Non-economic. Order means non-economic. Then which is left? Purchase furniture? No. Rajesh has sent the goods as per the order and sent invoice bill number 350 after adding 1000 railway freight. Now Rajesh, we place an order on 15th? Yes. How many goods we have placed an order? 20,000. At what? 10% TD. Means 20,000 minus 2,000. So 18,000. And what else you are paying to him? 1,000 railway freight. So how much will be this Rajesh with? Rajesh will be 18,000. Now after adding rupees 1,000 for railway freight, but railway freight is cash transaction. Okay. So we will write how much? 18. So on 21st we will write Rajesh account. Only goods. Apostrophe S, Rajesh account. What is the bill? Invoice number 350. And what is the goods? 20 minus 2 matlab 18. Okay, Rajesh is with 18,000. Followed? So 1,000 railway freight expense we will not write because it is an expense paid. Okay. Then next children, purchase goods 14,000 at 5% cash discount. We will enter? No. Why no? Because the name is not given. Because the name is not given. Name is not given means what? It is cash transaction. Name is not given. What it shows? It is cash transaction. So 24th also no. Why? Cash transaction. I am writing in short, in rough for you. In exam no need to write. Okay. No name is given. No name means it is cash transaction, and cash transaction we don't have to enter. Next, purchase goods from Nilesh, 10% TD, and half the amount paid immediately by check. But half we don't have to consider. So full amount 30,000 minus 10% TD. So 30,000 minus 3,000 means 27,000. And what you will write? Nilesh. Whom we have purchased? Nilesh. What is the date? Yes, 25th. Very easy children. Nilesh. Only you should able to get me what I am explaining. What is the, this number is not given, so not to write. 3000 minus 10% मतलब 30,000 minus 3000. So trade discount we have given him. So he will give us 27,000. Next, half cash, half credit, but we have to take full credit. I have written the rules and all the transaction here, so you can compare and study. Okay, then 26 purchase from Chirag, 10% paid, half the payment. Half the payment we are not taking. But here what it is, purchase goods from Chirag at 10% TD and 5% and amount paid immediately. The amount paid immediately is also cash transaction. 26, no. Cash transaction. Okay, so no. Then 30 purchase goods from Nitil, yes. So on 30, what you will write? Nitil. And how much? 151 is the bill number, invoice number. And how much? 40,000. Okay? This is your sum. And total you will write here 1,13,000, and here you will write total credit purchase and total credit purchase, and you will draw 2 lines there. So now children, here I want to tell you that, see, goods transaction only we have entered, cash discount we have not given, then asset transaction we have not entered, and if it is half we have entered full. So with these rules I have explained you one question so that you can easily apply the rule and work out the sum. So this was simple purchase book. Now I will draw column purchase book. Okay, any doubts you can keep ready for your Zoom class. Okay, next question. Now children, question 5th. Question 5th is column purchase book of Gada Electronics. Of Gada Electronics stores. Electronics stores. Okay. Now here, what is the date given? 2018 May 1st. 1st May 2018 May 1st. Now in simple, see, we have drawn date, name of the supplier, inward invoice, LF. Up till here we have drawn for simple book also. Now here Gada Electronics store is dealing with TV, fridge, washing machine. So you have to draw the columns of the goods which the trader or businessman is dealing with. So here he is dealing with TV, fridge, washing machine, and all this total you will write in the total amount. So this is column purchase book. First we did simple book, now it is column purchase book for goods. This is column purchase book of goods. We have written different type of goods. Okay, see the first one. Purchase 10 TV set at 30,000 each. 30,000 each means you have purchased how many? 10. How many you have purchased? 10. Multiply by 30,000. So how much you will get? Okay. 5 refrigerator at 15,000. So 5. This is what he has purchased, TV. Then he has fridge. Okay, refrigerator means fridge. I will write fridge. So how much? 5 multiplied by 15. So how much you will get, children? 0, 0, 0, 5, 5, 75. Then what else is? Washing machine. 2 washing machine. Washing machine. 2. Each 18,000. So how much? 18,000 each means 36. Okay, so this is about the per piece from Daya Electronics, credit period 1, Daya Electronics. So you will write here what, from whom you have purchased. Daya. Okay, Daya's electronic stores. Daya only if you write will do. Okay, Daya's stores. Now how much? No trade discount, we don't have to minus. So write the amount for first one. Invoice number is given. Yes, 100. TV how much? 3 lakhs. So enter 3 lakhs. Then freeze how much? 75,000. And washing machine how much? 36,000. Okay, so total how much, children? Do the total. You will get 4 lakh 11. Whatever the total is. So in this way we will write each value of goods. Agar if trade discount is given, then we would have minus from here. 10% matlab 30,000 aise. And then we would have written the original amount, net amount, and that net amount we would have written here. Okay, so no doubts should be here. Next one, see, purchase from Sri Tarak Electronic 5 TV. Here TV receive invoice, half the amount is paid immediately. Half the amount means it is full credit. So right. Second, on 7th. On 7th you have purchased from Tarak. Okay, Tarak Electronic Stores account. And bill number is what? 151 bill number. Half we are not considering. So it is full credit only. So I'll do here 5 piece of TV. TV how much? 5. One how much? 25. So here you will get how much? 1,25,000. Then 10 refrigerator. Freeze how much? Freeze is how much? 10. 10. Then what is the cost of one freeze? 16,000. Multiply 108. Okay. Okay, then okay, he is not purchasing the other one, that is a washing machine. Washing machine, this one Tarak, we will not get washing machine from him. 10% TD, children. तो इसमें से minus 10% TD. So here, okay, so what will be the amount, please? Minus, and whatever the amount is there, that we will write down. So here I will write Tarak with 151. Here you will get 1,12,500. 1,12,500. Here 1,44,000. And here nothing is purchased, and total will be 2,56,500. Okay, so this, if you minus here, children, this minus and all, it is your work now. 1,24,500 and here 1. Okay, machine he has not purchased, so put dash. Okay, very simple, children. Do not need much explanation. Then next, देखो, purchase cycle. Cycle it is purchased. So cycle we will take? No. Only goods entry we take. Then purchase 5 freeze and paid the amount immediately. We will take? No. Because it is cash transaction. Place an order we will take? No. From Govardhan Electronic purchased the different types of goods. Yes. So children, transaction number which are 12th, then 20 and 25 will not be recorded. Okay. Why I will tell you. 12th one क्यों नहीं? Asset. 12th one why not? Because it is asset purchase. 21 why not? 20 why not? Cash. Paid. And 25 why not? Because order. Order placed. Okay. So all these three entries we will not enter. Why I have written down in short? Asset purchased. Asset purchase. 20 क्यों नहीं? Cash paid. 25 why not? Order placed. So which we are going to enter now? 31st one. So on 31st, from Sri Gokul Dham. So I will write Gokul's account. Okay? Gokul's account. And what is the invoice number? 123. Chalo. Again I will work out, or you are going to work. Purchase 5 piece of TV. TV 5 multiplied by 30,000. Okay, then you will get your 1,50,000. Then 5 washing machine. Washing machine. How many? 5 I purchased. One how much? Each piece kitna? 23. So how much it will be? Okay, 0, 0, 5 3s are 15, 5 2s are 10, 1 left. Okay, now 10% trade discount minus 10% PD children. So trade discount will be 1 0 less. So here it will be 15,000, here it will be itna. So what you will get here, minus and C, you will get here 1,35,000 and here 1,03,500. Okay. So very simple, right? What he has purchased? TV. So 1,35,000. 1,35,000 का टीवी लिया है. फिर रेफ्रिजरेटर लिया है? नहीं, इसलिए डैश. वॉशिंग मशीन, yes, 1,03,500. So total is 2,38,500. And this total credit purchase is 9,06,000. And this full total TV, how much you have purchased? 5,47,500 and 2,19,000 and this 1,39,000. 2 lines here. And here you will write total credit purchase. Yes. So this is column purchase book. Very simple, same. Only you have to make columns of goods and write the total amount of goods after trade discount. I have worked out all. I have written transaction 12, 20, 25 not to be entered because this is cash purchase, this is cash paid, and this is order placed. So these three transactions will not to be entered. And when you do the total, this is total credit purchase of TV, fridge, washing machine, and total amount I have to pay here is 9,06,000. Now children, after doing these two sums, you will come to know that really means this is better. Because in May month, I have to write purchase book, whoever the person is writing, in May month, he has to write only 3 entries of goods, not 30 entries, only 3 entries. Or 1st May, only 1, 7th May, only 1, 31, only 1. So it is so easy, so simple, so quick. And if the manager asks the person who is writing purchase book that how much we have to pay to TV purchased, you will come to know within a moment. Only at a glance when you look, sir, we have to pay 5,47,500. How much we have to pay for refrigerator? 2,19,000. How much we have to pay for washing machine? 1,39,500. So easy, so quick, so correct. And total amount how much we have to pay of May month? 9,06,000. So very easy. And also this value. To Daya Electronic Store, how much I have to pay? 4,000. 4,11,000. To Tarak Mehta, how much I have to pay? 2,56,500. To Gokul Dham, how much I have to pay? 2,38,000. Means goods wise also you will come to know, and to whom you have to pay, to the supplier how much, that also you will come to know from this amount, and from this amount. So if you do the total of this, you will get this. If you do total of this, you will get this. So how much I have to pay for May month? 9,06,000. So it is very easy. Subsidiary books will be very easy to learn, and it is also useful for the businessman to know the payable amount to the suppliers, because the name of the supplier is also written. Okay. Now next one, children, is also column purchase book with expense. Different columns of expense. Same type. Same method. Only up till here is same to be drawn. Date, name of the supplier, invoice number, LI. Now from here we have written goods and total amount. From the column purchase book of expenses, we will draw your expense. First we will write the cost of goods after trade discount, and then we will write all the expense column, and then again the total column. Okay, so I will draw the next. Question 6, children. Question 6, again column or purchase book with expense column. In the previous one, we have to write with goods column. If you don't write also, it is column, and you are drawing TV fridge, it is understood. But we will specify that column purchase book with expense column of Abhishek store. Same method, same thing. रेलवे फ्रेट होता है, रेलवे फ्रेट कॉलम में नेट amount means after trade discount. Railway freight is in this column, wages in this column, and also in your GST and SGST and IGST. Interstate hoega. This is Abhishek from Rajkot, because it is given GST and all, so I have to write Rajkot, children, because Rajkot means Gujarat, and Gujarat state mein hoga, so you have to give CGST and SGST. And if it is outside Gujarat, that is Maharashtra or MP, then I have to give IGST. And children, percentage of GST and IGST is given. So what is the percentage of GST? Railway freight labor prepare purchase book by applying total 12% GST rate. GST is not included for the following. Now total GST means what? That if it is this, we have to give 6, and here 12%. Total 12% we have to give. Okay, so now let us start. April 2018, purchase goods from Shahrukh store. So here you will write Shahrukh's name. Yes, Shahrukh Khan. Shahrukh's account. Okay, now see. Purchase goods of 5,000 at 10% TD. So 10% TD, bill number is 51. Net amount will be how much? 5,000 minus 50,000 minus 5,000. So here you will get 45,000. Labor is how much? Labor of 2,000 and railway freight 5,000. Labor of 2,000. Labor मतलब wages. तो इधर आएगा तुम्हारा 2,000, and railway freight how much you have paid? 5,000. Railway freight I have paid 5,000, and disclosed invoice is number 51. Now children, here 45,000, 5,000, 2,000. Now here you have to apply. This is where you have sold. You have sold to Shahrukh. Nothing is given. Means it will be within state. It is not given कि भाई सूरत, वलसाड़, वापी कुछ भी नहीं दिया है. मतलब अपने को we have to assume that it will be in Gujarat itself. Okay. If it was outstate of Gujarat, then they will give you. But here nothing is given, so we will assume that it is in Gujarat. And in Gujarat, मतलब CGST देना है, that is central GST और state GST. और बोला है 12% total apply करना है. तो CGST कितना होगा? 6%. 6%. And SGST 6%. Both are same amount. And now in which amount we are going to calculate this? We are going to work out here on the total amount. Let us see. 6%. Total amount. Total of 45,000 plus 5,000, 50,000, 50,000 plus 2,000, 52,000. 52,000 पे 6% GST आएगा 3,120 और CST भी सेम अमाउंट क्योंकि दोनों